Hi everyone, this video will go over how to conduct the chi-squared test. The first step involved is to pick two categorical variables. Categorical refers to nominal and ordinal variables. We want to pick two variables that appear to be related to one another. So in this case, we're going to look at sex and opinions on the Bible. So with that said, the first step is to go ahead and go over to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, select Crosstabs, right-click to get the variable names. I find my variable sex, and I have to think now, is this my independent or dependent variable? So in this case, sex is my independent variable because it predicts how people feel about the Bible. I am hypothesizing that your sex, male, female, will determine your attitudes towards the Bible. So I'm going to put sex into the columns, which is where our independent variables always go. Now I can find my dependent variable and place that in the rows. I'm going to first click on Statistics and make sure that chi-square is checked. And then I'm also going to click on Cells and make sure that column under percentages is also checked. After that, I go ahead and click OK, and I can begin my interpretation. The first paragraph, I'm going to want to create my hypothesis, state that my research hypothesis is that I believe that gender influences feelings about the Bible, and in particular, I feel that males will be more likely to say that the Bible is a book of fables compared to females. And I'm also going to set my alpha at 0.05. In my second paragraph, what I'm going to write about is the crosstab itself. What I want to do is pick two columns. In this case, there are only two columns, males and females, and compare them across the same row. And I always compare the percentages. So in this case, looking at the row of Book of Fables, we can see that 24.9%, almost a quarter of the men, believed that the Bible was a book of fables. This is compared to the females, where only 17.7% believed that the Bible was a book of fables. In comparison, we can look at those who believed that the Bible is the Word of God. 28% of males believed that the Bible is the Word of God. In comparison, 36.6% of females believed that the Bible was the Word of God. Many more females believed that the Bible was the Word of God than males. So it looks like in the crosstab there's some support for our research hypothesis. However, we don't know if we can reject or accept the null hypothesis until we look at this final table here, the chi-square test. The only thing we're going to be interested in interpreting the chi-square is the top row, Pearson chi-square. We see that we have a chi-square value of 24.560. with 3 degrees of freedom. The p-value associated with these values is 0.000, so therefore we can say that our p-value is less than 0.05, our alpha, and thus reject the null hypothesis that there's no relationship between the variables. Therefore, we can conclude that there's support for our research hypothesis, which states that there is a relationship between your sex and your feelings about the Bible.